Danny and the Human Zoo?
Yes, saw bits of that.
You know, when you watch TV programme, you have to watch all of it, not just bits of it.
Yeah, especially when you're being interviewed by the person that made it. Yeah.
You can't just watch 1 and 2 minutes and go, yeah, I think I got the gist of this now. I'm going to watch Newsnight. I had a fight nearly every day for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Where people called me names.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I can't even fight. I did that weird fighting that you do when you can't, you know that kind of...
Yeah, where you do that.
Yeah, I was doing that kind of fighting for a really long time. And then I started to make jokes, and people, I don't know how you got on with being brown, but for me, I started to make jokes about it, and people would start to leave me alone then. And I had a small group of people who would stick up for me.
Yeah, we had, I had my older sister at school, and me, and then there was an Asian girl, and that was it. White school, totally. And I had Valerie Brooks, hope she's watching, who attacked me one day, called me the usual names, blah, blah, blah. And that's the only fight I ever had because I battered her. Because I battered her, basically.
Oh,
so I think
you fought back?
I fought back.
Okay.
And
I think the words, I battered her.
You can edit that out.
Yeah, you can edit that out. Was there anybody at school who encouraged you to be creative? Was there a brilliant English teacher or drama teacher? Or?
No, we didn't have. I didn't have that. Went to a grammar school that was very good, and the teachers were very good, I'd say. But I followed a really brilliant sister, so I always thought she's got the brain, she can do the English, she can do the art. I'll just get through it. So I never had that sort of encouragement.
So were you sort of floating along in the middle somewhere at school?
Yeah, I'm the second child, so she was brilliant at everything, and so it was Kim, you're great, and I was like, I was having a fag, the usual thing.
Have another certificate, Kim.
No, literally, she had everything, and I had nothing. So I had to be the bad girl.
Yeah.
I had to have the cigarettes and the fights.
First thing she said when she came was, I met you in Maxwell's in Birmingham on the Five Ways. It was a disco.
Yeah.
And did I have a dance with you or something?
We had a dance together, and you were wearing a bad jacket, and I don't mean bad in the Superfly sense.
You mean terrible?
Yeah, canvas, white.
I had no sense of fashion at all.
But I
wore flares when you weren't supposed to wear flares.
Flares were in there. I think actually it was probably Oxford bags. Do you remember Oxford bags with the turn up?
Oxford bags.
High waist.
High waist,
six buttons.
With the pocket down here.
They're so bad.
Yeah,
no one looked good in them.
Where does this outpouring of literary skill come from then? What happened?
I think I've got the Irish gene, the Irish storytellers, so I've got that just innate.
But did you take a class? Did you do a course? Did you
I did an MA in creative writing, which I loved.
Where did you do that?
Oxford Brookes, but I'd written this by then. So I did it knowing that I had to learn the craft. I mean, you've got to learn the craft. For me, I had no training whatsoever. I was good at English, but no better than anyone else. So I did learn, and I think a master's in creative writing teaches you what not to do. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily what to do, but it says, don't do that. And if you tear away all the crap, at the end, you should have your voice. You should have something beautiful. So,
how long ago is this, the MA thing? When did you do the MA?
I was 51.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is great, because I did my degree with the Open University from the age of 40, and then I did my...
What was your degree?
English literature.
Oh, wow.
And then I did an MA in screenwriting when I was 50 or something. But I think this is a great thing of people who work and they kind of run out of steam, and they think there's no sixth gear, but there is a sixth gear.
Absolutely.
Isn't there?
Yeah, and I heard somebody here from Penguin said they wanted to do an article on me on late blooming, and I was like, I've been blooming for years. It's not late blooming.
I'm blooming lovely.
Yeah. The Irish and the West Indians are very good oral storytellers because, of course, not everyone was educated, not everyone could read. You're not going to pass down your stories in paper form because, there was lots of illiteracy. So you would have that art of storytelling, passed down. And you would have people, certainly in the Irish community, that you would go from pub to pub, and he's the storyteller.
That's right, yeah.
You buy him a
The
drink.
bloke would stand up and start telling stories.
That's his job. And it was a respected profession to be the person who had to draw it out. You know, how many drinks am I going to get? I'm going to draw this story out till the end with twists and turns and whatever.
That's an ancient tradition. Well, there's certainly in Africa, I think in some tribes they call them griots, but the person would stand in the corner and everybody would gather around and they would tell stories of past hunts and past weather systems and things like that. And they'd be able to look at you and tell 4 generations ago, your great-great-great-great-grandfather did this, and tell a legendary story about some hunt that happened all those generations ago. And you'd be a kid going, how does he remember all that?
Yeah.
But it was his job to remember it. And what's great is this is incarnated in the now, in people like you, who can have this story that is so beautiful and so touching and so moving, and that can relate something that happened and make it come alive on the page.
Yeah.
And I think books will always be here, because not everything, some things are good to be enjoyed like that, but the joy of sitting on a train or in bed or in a park and turning a page, I hope will never go away.
No, I don't think it will.
I think books rock. I think libraries rock for that reason too.
Yeah.
Because you can go and sit and read and be quiet and get lost in a story. Talk to me a bit about how you toggle between the kind of sadness and the humour in My Name Is, because it's very difficult, isn't it?
Very difficult.
You're telling a very sad story.
Yeah.
But one of the things I love about it is that this ability to move between serious and funny.
Yeah. For me, I shouldn't perhaps say this, but it was easy to write that because that's my life. You know, that's how I've experienced life. We had nothing. We had no, the days when there's 3 channels, possibly 2 channels on the telly. So you made your fun. And your fun was not the new toy, the new this, the new that. It was literally, we used to play a game in the garden with dirt. Do you know what I mean? So for me,
You were lucky.
Yeah, you
were lucky to have dirt.
No, but we really did. It was a great game.
We played in a hole in the ground.
It was a really good game, actually. We graded the dirt. Anyway, it's a long story. But we
graded the dirt.
No, it was shops. We played shops.
We used to play with there were bombed houses that hadn't been rebuilt round the back of us. Yeah. And that would be a whole summer.
Yeah, we had an air raid shelter at the bottom of our garden. I mean, I'm that old. And it was so exciting to play in the air raid shelter. But the humour, I think, is there in the everyday. And it's there certainly in working class. You would not get through your life. And subclass, you wouldn't get through the day without a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of a spark.
Did you feel you needed to bring that to the book?
Oh, completely, because it would be just too miserable.
Yeah.
It really would. And those people are real people to me. So that, Sylvia, she's going to say something off colour, off beat. She's funny. That's how she's got through life. And Tufty and the others, to me, they're real people just telling me what they're doing.
Technical thing. Did you have cards on a wall? So was every chapter a card, and did you know what was going to happen in every chapter, or did you just dive off a cliff and say I'm going to start writing?
Oh no, I'm plotter to death. I would plot every single thing on cards and then reevaluate it. I've got spreadsheets. I've got 5 or 6 drafts. I'm absolutely embedded in plotting.
And is the first bit notes in a book or
daydreaming? The first bit's just daydreaming, sitting and daydreaming until
how long was that
I know
for?
it. Oh, I'd say with Leon that was 5 years.
5 years of daydreaming?
5 years of daydreaming, 5 years of it percolating.
So what was filling the fridge while you were sitting around?
Oh, I was doing other things,
enough.
But it was with me for a long time before I wrote a sentence. And I was scared of it. I was literally scared of writing. You've got a vulnerable child. I've got adopted children. You don't write about that shit easily. You don't take someone's true, terrible story and think, I'll write a book about that. Unless you are going to be respectful, unless you're going to be authentic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
Hang on, that's not my unprofessional. That's what I am. I've got to take this.
You've got to take that.